Hi, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about how to manage all of your alerts on Trello. Our workday is filled with tons of notifications and alert, and it can be super frustrating to get in the groove of working only to be interrupted by a notification. We've all had that happen to us. On the opposite side, it can be frustrating to not get an alert or notification when you need it. So if you use Trello, you can set up alerts and notifications to work the way that you work. And we're going to discuss integrations, native integrations that you could use, settings that you can use, and power ups that you can use to manage your notifications. As you see, we're here back on my workboard. The first thing you do when you log in to Trello is that if you have any new notifications, they'll be right here. And it's just reminders of things to do. Now, the way that I have my Trello set up is that I also get, for due dates, I also get email notifications, as well as in our previous episode on Trello, we talked about setting up create commands. When something is due or every week, you can get an email sent to you. But that can be too much if you get an email sent to you and then you log into Trello and there's a notification. Or you have Slack, which we're going to talk about here in a minute. You have Slack integrated with Trello. Like, it is notification overload, or it can be for some people. So the first thing we want to do is we want to look at settings. In settings, you have the opportunity to change your notification email frequency, allow desktop notifications, opt out of marketing emails, as well as opt out of marketing emails, which will allow you to not get Trello like blogs or new feature notifications, things like that. Okay, so that's the easy part. That is, you just want to change your activity. You just want to make note of what you're viewing and how often you get those notifications. Probably one of the most used applications for Teams is Slack. Everyone uses Slack, and Trello has a native integration with Slack, and I'm going to show you how to set that up. We're going to integrate Slack with Trello. The first thing we want to do is add it as a power up, and if you click the button for power ups and go to Slack, you can add it. And then what you'll have to do is you will have to go to your Slack and connect it in both places. Okay, and once you get set up, you will see that you now have the Trello app installed. And the Trello bot can kind of walk you through all the Trello commands that you need, but you can also set up notifications. You can have notifications set up here. My suggestion would be if you're going to have notifications in your email, notifications on Trello, and notifications on Slack, you have too many notifications and you need to get rid of one of them. I would say if you're going to do Slack and email and not native notifications, or do Slack and native notifications and not email, so that you just have those options. And speaking of email, we've already kind of touched on in our previous video about how you can set up calendar command power ups for due dates, but you can also set up watch notifications by clicking the watch icon down at the bottom. If you do that, then if any details are changed about anything, whether it be the label, the description, you will get a notification about it, as well as comments. Comments being sent to email are a native function of Trello, and that's a good way to keep up to date on if you're working with another person, if they have comments or changes need to be made. There are a couple of power-ups that you can use just to monitor your alerts and notifications. And the only one that, there are going to be two that I think are really good power-ups that can really take your notifications to the next level. And the first one is thread comments, which will allow you to create threads. And this is similar to like a Reddit comment or even Slack comments, but it's native within Trello, meaning you do not have to go outside of Trello to do it, to have those conversations. Which, if you're after a single source of truth and you want Trello to be that single source of truth, then this will be really powerful for keeping everything all in one place. Then there is also, so this isn't technically a notification power up or an alert power up. However, it is very important when you are wanting to communicate with people who are external to your team's workspace. And that power up is external share. Now, with external share, you securely share cards, lists, and attachments with external stakeholders. The people in your organization are often, if not taught correctly, they are often the first ones that can cause a security breach. And this is due to things like phishing and answering spam emails and a myriad of other tactics that hackers use to get into systems. And so having the ability to securely share is very important from a notification standpoint. And that's all we got. Please let me know if there is anything else you want to see about Trello. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if this content has been helpful for you. Thank you and have a great rest of your day.